Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Krysten Hansyn and this is Goddess Imagine, a transformational yoga and modern metaphysical studio. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with a brand new transformational yoga class that's called Release Your Money Fear and Reclaim Your Personal Power, Yoga for Financial Freedom. This class was created specifically for individuals who have struggled with their finances their entire lives and who are ready to ditch their money blocks and obstacles and rise up into their boss bitch era. Incidentally, I just recorded a tarot video with the exact same title, so if you're looking for additional insight and guidance on this topic, I already have it uploaded into the channel for you. But essentially, money can be an extremely sensitive topic, especially for women. And that's because for many of us, money has become a source of fear, stress, shame, avoidance, and control. Some of us were never taught how to manage money. Some of us built up an incredible amount of debt just trying to survive difficult situations. Some of us have stayed in long-term unhealthy relationships because we didn't have the financial independence to leave. And some of us have avoided looking at our bills and bank accounts because we couldn't handle that bottom number. I have been through all of it, and I often share the story of how the only way that I knew I had money in my bank account was when I would go to the grocery store and swipe the debit card. I know that it sounds insane, but it's true. I just could not handle looking at those bottom numbers. I would just become paralyzed with fear. And money blocks can be absolutely terrifying, right? And each and every one of us have developed our own money fears based on our own individual life experience. But what bonds us together, right, is the grief and the guilt that we share that weighs us down, that has kept us from making our dreams and goals a reality. Money can become a silent prison, but here's the truth. Our freedom, safety, success, and independence requires financial awareness. And keeping with our theme, 2026, the year of the dynamic do-over, we're doing a head-to-toe makeover, which includes our finances, because there is no way that we can become the highest version of ourselves and make all of our dreams come true if we have a negative attitude towards money and our finances are in the toilet. Money itself is not good or bad, okay? Money is a tool, it's a resource, it's a form of an energy exchange. If we fear money, avoid money, or misunderstand money, then we remain powerless. But if we face money with courage, clarity, and consistency, we begin to regain our power, and then we're able to move forward in all the ways that we desire. Today's yoga class is designed to be a door opener, to give us deeper understanding into our personal money story, what we would like our finances to look like, how we can begin to release the trauma and drama that we have surrounding money, and how we can go from experiencing extreme financial devastation and rise up into absolute financial freedom. And together, we'll continue our journey of learning how to up-level and transform into the women that we were created to be and manifesting the luxury lifestyle that we've always imagined. Today's class will contain a seated savasana. As always, you are more than welcome to enter into a reclined savasana. If you'd like to go ahead and get your yoga blocks and your mat, and when you are ready, I will meet you back here. Before we begin, I just have a couple things I want to mention. I usually do a full chakra activation in every single one of our classes, and today we'll be paying special attention to our root chakra and to the throat chakra. And that's because most of our money problems have begun in and around that root chakra arena, right? Either we heard something, learned something, something occurred to us in those early formative years, and then that's what we ended up growing up from that awareness, right? So we want to work to release that trauma and drama in that area and then rebuild it back stronger and better. Also, maybe you were someone who has been fine throughout your life with your finances and then something catastrophic happened, right? And you were shook, it broke your foundation. Same thing. We want to go back to that original area, release the trauma, release the drama, and build that positivity back in that arena. With our throat chakra, this is what governs the way that we speak about money, the way we speak about ourselves, okay, and our situations. We want to release the trauma and the drama and the damage and dysfunction in this area and learn how to speak about ourselves and our finances in a more empowering and inspiring way. All right, so that'll be the central focus of our class today. Let's begin. And we'll start by sitting in the center of our mat in Sukhasana. We cross our feet up underneath us. We come to a nice tall spine. Stack the head over the heart, over the hips. Maybe lift our chin up just a little bit as we hold our stomach in tight. Draw the shoulders down just a little bit as we come into our tall seat. And we just take a moment, right, just to ourselves, just to breathe. Let our backsides feel the earth as we shift our awareness from where we were to where we are now. We start to relax the mind, body, and spirit. And as we do, we can open up our palms to the universe, maybe close our eyes down as we formally enter into our session. As we come into this time and space and this time and place. And together, we open the door to the spiritual realm from the mundane world, and we park all of our earthly and worldly worries at the door. We take all of our outward, scattered, and disconnected attention, and we focus it back inwards towards ourselves. And we open up the mind, body, and spirit to infinite possibilities. As we inhale, release our hands up high overhead. Palms come together as we exhale down to prayer hands at our chest. And we pause here to connect to our higher power. We connect to our inner goddess. We embrace our divine feminine energy. And maybe we can also set a personal intention for ourselves. When we're finished, we bow and say, "So mote it be." Then we come to rise, open our eyes, place our hands on our knees for our head turns. Keeping our tall spine, we turn to look over the right shoulder. As we inhale, we turn our head towards the left. Exhale, we come back to the right. Inhale, bring our eyes to center. We lift them as high as we comfortably can. Exhale, sink the chin to chest, let our shoulders fall. Beautiful. We come back to center, turn to look over the left shoulder. As we inhale, we turn our head towards the right. Exhale, we come back to the left. Inhale, bring our eyes to center, lift them as high as we comfortably can. Exhale, sink the chin to chest, let the shoulders fall. Awesome, bring ourselves to center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, tilt the right ear down towards the right shoulder. As we open up the left side of our neck, maybe ease the head back a little bit more. Maybe draw that left shoulder down a little lower. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, tilt the left ear down towards the left shoulder. We focus opening the right side of the neck. Maybe ease the head back slightly and draw that right shoulder down just a little bit more. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Bring ourselves back to center for our shoulder rolls. As we inhale, roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down your spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders down your spine. It feels so good. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down your spine. Awesome. Now, release the hands and we extend our arms out to our sides as wide as we comfortably can. Drop the shoulders down, widen the fingertips, and then we gently ease the arms back as we lift our heart and our eyes up to the sky. As we activate each of our chakras, we activate the stellar gateway, and we create one line of positive energy from the earth all the way to the stars. We take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back to center. We flip the palms, bring the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades down. One thumb crosses the other as we inhale. Lift our eyes up to the sky, then we exhale, forward fold. We draw the shoulders down, relax the neck, allow our head to hang heavy. We allow to let everything go. We're beginning the journey of releasement. We take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Come to rise. Release our hands back out to the side, wide as we possibly can. Drop the shoulders down. We widen the fingertips, extend the hands. Now, gently ease back the arms, lift our heart, lift our third eye up to the sky. As we engage the root chakra, we engage the throat chakra. We activate those beautiful lights. We ask the trauma and the drama to be released from this area and to be built back in all the ways that we need the most. We take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Awesome. Bring ourselves back to center. Flip the palms, bring the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades down. Opposite thumb crosses over the top as we inhale. Lift our eyes to the sky, then we exhale, forward fold. Draw the shoulders back, relax the neck, allow the crown to hang heavy. It's giving ourselves a moment to breathe, to open up the mind, body, and spirit. We take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Awesome. Now as we come to rise, we inhale. Release the hands, we bring them all the way up overhead. As we align the spine, bring the biceps back around the ears. We sink the sits bones into the earth. We lift our soul to the sky, reaching our fingertips all the way up to the stars. Then exhale, bring our hands down around our sides. Inhale, raise our hands back up overhead. Draw the biceps back as we elongate the body. Exhale, bring our hands down around our sides. As we inhale, our left hand goes on the mat. Right bicep comes to the right ear as we exhale. We want to draw that head back just a little bit, being mindful of our ears being in between our shoulder and our bicep. As we take a big bend to the left, you're opening up the right side of the body. And then we pull that right shoulder back. We rotate that throat chakra towards the sky. We take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring that right hand down to the ground. Inhale. Raise our hands back up high overhead. Pull the biceps back. Exhale. Bring our hands back down to the ground. As we inhale, right hand goes on the mat. Left bicep comes over to the left ear as we exhale. Gently draw the head back, keeping our ears in between the bicep and the shoulder. As we take a big opening over to the right ear, opening the left side of our body. Then we draw that left shoulder back, rotate the throat chakra up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Awesome. Bring that left hand down to the ground. Inhale, raise our hands up overhead. We turn to the right. Exhale, we open to a twist. Right hand comes behind the right hip. Left hand is on the right knee. Straighten the spine from the root to the crown. And then we're safe to sink into our twist. And we use that metaphor of like wringing out a dirty dish rag as we're wringing out the trauma, wringing out the drama. Letting that negativity out of our body, maybe releasing this right hand behind us for a little bit extra. We take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, raise our hands up overhead. We turn to the left. Exhale, we open to a twist. Left hand comes behind the left hip, right hand's on the left knee. We straighten the spine from the root to the crown, and then we're safe to sink in our twist. And we're wringing out the damage, the dysfunction, all the negativity, the words, the experiences, getting that garbage out of our body as we twist. Maybe release our left hand out behind us. Give us a little bit more into that twist. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Raise our hands up high overhead, back to center. Exhale, bring our hands down to the ground. Beautiful. Let's turn to face the top of the mat. Once we're here, extend the legs out in front of us. Give them a little bit of a shake to wake them up. Keep the right leg extended in front of you, but we tree pose the left leg. We want to bend the left knee, bring the inside of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. We can keep a micro bend in the knee, but send our toes up to the sky. Realign the spine as we come to our tall seat. Then inhale, lift our hands up overhead, draw the biceps back. Exhale, forward fold from the hips over our right leg. Draw the shoulders back, flatten the spine, and allow yourself just to go. Allow yourself to be present in this moment, to resist what's calling you out to go do something else. Allow yourself to be here for this experience. If you are here, you were called for a divine purpose. I invite you to be willing to see what that means for you. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Beautiful. Come to rise. Release the left leg. Give them both a shake. Keep the left leg extended in front of you as we tree pose the right. We bend the right knee, bring the inside of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Hands come behind the hips. We can have a micro bend, but flex the toes up to the sky. Inhale, raise our hands back up overhead, draw the biceps back. Then we exhale, forward fold from the hips. Draw the shoulders back, elongate the neck, let the upper body fall down towards your thigh. And you may notice that you have more flexibility in one side of your body than the other. And that's perfectly fine. We work exactly with what we have. What's important is that you're here today, that you're here in this practice, and that you're doing something special for yourself. You're taking time to engage with yourself and to improve your life. Let's take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Come to rise. Release your right leg. Give them both a shake. And then we extend them both out at a 45-degree angle for our seated, wide-legged forward fold. If you're advanced, you're welcome to come into a seated straddle. I'm not quite there yet, but one day. Bring the hands back around the hips. We come to our tall seat. We can keep a micro bend in the knees, but flex those toes up high. Inhale, raise the hands up overhead, draw the biceps back. Then exhale, forward fold from the hips, bringing our hands down to the mat. Once we're here, slide the palms back, almost as if we want our elbows to touch the mat. One day they will. And we elongate the neck, draw the shoulders down. As we take a moment to be here, enjoying your flow, enjoying your time, letting the mind go to exactly where it needs to be for today. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Awesome. Walk ourselves back up. Tuck the feet up underneath us, and then we come up and over into a tabletop pose here for our cat-cows. Maybe take a moment, make sure nothing's going to fly out on the mat here. Knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. Roll the elbow eyes forward as we press into all four corners of the palms. Hold the stomach tight. And we lower the stomach down to the ground, lift the head and tail high. As we inhale, we can imagine breathing in positivity. And as we exhale, we release that negativity from our body. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, press into the palms, lift our spine up to the sky. Maybe some gentle rocking here, getting all those kinks out of our back. Then we inhale, lower the stomach as we dip down into cow.
Exhale, we float high into cat. Inhale, lower the stomach, shine your beautiful face forward. Exhale, shine the spine high. You got this. Stay with me. Keep breathing. Inhale, lower the stomach, lift the head and tailbone. Exhale, lift the spine high. One more time. Inhale as we dip deep back down into cow. Exhale, we float high into cat. Awesome. Come back to our neutral tabletop for our side arm raise, thread the needle combination. Take your right hand, reach underneath you as we inhale. We float that right hand up to the sky. Reaching up as high as we comfortably can, we open the chest, lift the chin, shine that throat chakra light out. When we've reached up as high as we can, then we exhale. We bring that right hand back down to the mat. Beautiful. Reach underneath us as we inhale. Float our right hand back up to the sky. Open the chest, open the throat, reaching up as high as we comfortably can. Then as we exhale, we begin the descent. We curve the wrist as we thread the needle. We twist at the waist and bring that shoulder down towards the mat. Now, if you're like me and your shoulder doesn't reach, use your left hand to support your head and neck. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Press into the left hand, bring our right hand back to the mat. Now we change sides. Here we go. Take your left hand, reach underneath as we inhale. Float your left hand up to the sky. Big opening in the chest as we lift the chin, shining that throat light all the way out to the universe. Then we exhale, bring that left hand back down to the mat. Inhale, reach under with our left hand, float it back up to the sky. Big space here. Releasing the trauma, releasing the drama as we open that area wide. Then we exhale, begin that descent. We curve the wrist as we thread the needle, twist at the waist and bring in that left shoulder down towards the mat. Use your right hand to support your head and neck if you need it. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Press into that right hand, bring ourselves back to the mat. Now, as we inhale, bring our knees out to the edge of the mat, the big toes come together. Exhale, send the hips back to wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands out, roll the fingertips out. We press each one into the mat. Hold the stomach tight as we allow ourselves to fall down towards the mat. If this is a little too much of a stretch, you can place a block underneath your backside. You can bring the knees in closer to find your space. Feel free to modify. As we're in our pose today, we can begin to let go of that emotional weight that we carry. The stress, the worry, the fear, my God, that anxiety, all of that angst that surrounds us whenever our finance, oh my gosh, I can't take that. That is so important to let that go. We can release that out into the universe to be recycled for our highest good. Let's take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Inhale, we come to rise, bring our knees together. Exhale, we come to upward facing dog. Press into our palms as we lift the chin, draw the shoulders down. We practice rising to this new version of ourselves. The story isn't over. Our life is not about our finances. It's only one chapter in the book. We were made for more, and we can do anything we set our minds to. Repeat after me. I can do anything I set my mind to. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, send the hips back, widen out the knees. Exhale, we come to wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands out, roll the fingertips out, press each one into the mat. I invite you to tap into your inner knowing, your higher awareness. You were made for more. Spirit created each and every one of us to be prosperous beyond our imagination. Because the more financially stable we are, the more we can help others around us. We were not created to suffer. We were created to soar. Take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, come to rise. You got this. Exhale, shift it forward to upward facing dog. Damn straight. Press into the palms, lift the body upwards. You were created to shine. We're tapping into our confidence, tapping into our independence. We may have been down, but we're not down now. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Send the hips back to tabletop. Now, take a mini hand walk to the top of the mat. Hands stay underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. As we inhale, pivot on that right knee. Bring the left toe over. Exhale, lift our left hand up to the sky for supported side plank. Stack the left shoulder over the right. As we open up that space in our chest, we lift the chin. We shine our throat light out. We elongate the body from the tip of the toe to the crown. As we come into our grace, we come into our strength. Everything we learned here, we take it into the world with us. Look up to the sky, we breathe in. Exhale, we breathe out. Awesome. Bring our left hand down to the mat. As we inhale, we shift forward, extend the left leg. Exhale, we come to modified half moon pose. We pause. We connect to that energy of the moon, and we draw that lunar energy down into ourselves, and we tap into our inner boss bitch that we have stirring. Maybe we bend that left knee. Maybe we reach back with that right hand as we attempt to get into sugar cane. Maybe we grab that foot, but we're giving it our best shot anyway. As we take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. You got this. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale, send the hips up to our first downward dog of the day. Be gentle. As we slowly pedal our feet out down towards the earth, we're getting this party started. We're making shift happen. We're getting stuff done today. Damn straight. All right, let's lower back down to our knees. We come back to our tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. As we inhale, pivot on the left foot, bring the right foot over. Exhale, lift our right hand up to the sky, supported side plank. Stack the left shoulder over the right as we bow open that chest. Elongate the body from the tip of the toe to the crown. And we ignite that throat chakra light. Let that beautiful blue light shine into the universe. It's just a small part of who we are, but we are building everything back from the beginning. Look up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring our right hand down to the ground as we inhale, shift forward, extend our right leg. Exhale, we come to modified half moon. We pause, we connect to the lunar energy of the moon, and we funnel that energy down to ourselves. We want to be able to learn to tap into all the elements we have available to us. When we tap into our strength and our courage, we bend that right knee, we extend our right hand back as we try for sugar cane. And it pays to be bold. It pays to try. We have to be willing to give things a chance. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale. We come back to tabletop. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. We take a moment, pedal the heels into the mat, opening up the body. Press back on those palms. Ease those shoulders. Now we widen our feet to the edge of the mat. Press back on our palms. And we take a moment here just in stillness. We've been running and doing and hiding and avoiding or whatever it is for you for so long. Maybe we take a moment to imagine what life will be like as we get our finances in order. How do we want to feel? How do we want to be, do, or have with our whole new financial story? Let's take just a moment to imagine that. All right, we come back to the here and now. Let's take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Awesome. Bring the feet together in the center of the mat, and then we slowly stroll to the top of the mat, keeping our fingertips connected. Take a moment, root your heels into the ground, get your balance. Then we bend the knees, inhale, root to rise, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, we come to mountain pose. For 2 rounds of sun salutation, Goddess Imagine style, just a little routine that I put together out of all the various sun salutations they are. Before we begin, we come to prayer hands at our chest. And we take a moment to connect with our higher power. We connect with our energy. As we sink our heels into the earth, we lift our soul to the sky. And we strive to find balance on the mat. And we take that knowledge and wisdom out into the world with us. Let's just pause for a moment to focus on that. When we're finished, we open up our eyes, bring our hands down to our sides in mountain pose. We begin. Inhale, bend the knees. We lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, we sink into chair. Inhale, swoop the arms up and back to extended mountain. Then we exhale for a wide arm forward fold. Take it easy with your knees here. Take as much bend as you need. Then we inhale, come to halfway lift. Flatten the spine, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your right foot and your left. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward to plank pose. We can lower to our knees for chaturanga. As we exhale, lower the body down to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra, drop the shoulders. Exhale, lower to the ground. Press into plank as we inhale. Downward facing dog, we exhale. Inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swoop the arms up and back to extended mountain. Then we exhale for a wide arm forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, come to halfway lift, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, we come to forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your left foot, then your right. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, swoop forward to plank, option to lower to the knees, or exhale, chaturanga, the whole body down. Inhale, rise to cobra, shine your throat. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, press up into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift our hands up high. That's our sun salutations, We'll do one more round on the right and on the left. And as we exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swoop the arms up and back, extended mountain. Then we exhale for a wide arm forward fold. You got this. As we inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we swoop forward to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga down to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra, shine your throat. Exhale, lower to the mat. Press into the plank, we inhale. Downward facing dog, we exhale. Inhale, step up with our right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swoop the arms up and back, extended mountain. Exhale for a wide arm forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, float to your halfway lift. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, swoop forward to our plank. Exhale, chaturanga down to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra, shine your beautiful face. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, press up into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with your left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, wide arm forward folds. Back to the mat. Step back with your right foot. Step back with your left foot. Downward facing dog. We pause here to breathe. Me too. You can lower down to your knees to tabletop child's pose, but just keep breathing. Keep your focus with me. Remember, you're here for a divine purpose. The story's not over. It was only one chapter to the book, and we're moving on to chapter 2. There is more for you. You were made for more. This is not the end of the story. We just take time to focus and rebalance. Well, here we go. As we inhale, we come to three-legged dog on the right. Pop the hip, bend the knee as we come into modified scorpion pose. Then we come forward, step up to the top of the mat with your right foot. As we exhale, lower the left knee down. Be gentle here. Take your time. Then we stack our hands on our right knee here, bringing ourselves upright, getting our balance back. Draw the shoulders down as we align the spine. Once we're here, gently begin to shift that pelvis forward. Not only are we opening up that hip flexor on the left, we're also opening up that whole root arena, right? We want to open up space to let that trauma and drama go naturally out into the universe for our highest good. We're also strengthening our pelvic floor, opening that whole region. We release the hands as we inhale, glide back, then we swoop into a beautiful crescent lunge. Exhale as we open up to the goddess. Inhale, rotate our hands back up high overhead. Exhale, bring the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades down. One thumb crosses the other as we gently shift the pelvis down towards the earth as we lift our eyes and heart towards the sky. And this is when we begin to lift the veil. We take back the story, we take back the blanket, whatever we've been covering ourselves with. We're stripping everything back to who we were created to be. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Inhale. Lift our hands back up to crescent lunge. Exhale. Float our hands down to the mat. Once we're here, left hand stays on the mat as we inhale. Rotate the right hand up as we exhale. Revolve lunge. We pause. Step into this whole foot as we twist deep in the waist, wringing out that negativity. We stack the right shoulder over the left and we lift the chin, and then we twist at the neck. We look up to the sky. We're bringing out negativity in 2 separate places. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Bring that right hand down, step it back to downward facing dog. You got this. Pedal out our feet. Then we inhale, swoop forward for our vinyasa, down to our push-up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go on the left. Inhale, come to three-legged dog. Bend the knee, pop the hip for modified scorpion pose. And we come forward, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, lower the right knee down. Take a moment, get your balance. Stack your hands on top of your left knee. Draw the shoulders down, get ourselves upright. Then we gently shift that pelvis forward. Again, not only are we opening up the hip flexor, we're opening up that whole root arena, keeping the spine nice and straight. Taking a moment here. Then we inhale, release our hands as we glide back and swoop forward into our crescent lunge. Exhale as we open up to the goddess. Inhale, rotate your hands up high overhead. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades down. Gently shift the pelvis towards the earth as we lift our eyes and heart to the sky. As we begin to understand this version of ourselves, who we were originally created to be, we take away the story, take away the circumstances, all of the things. We take it all back. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, release our hands back to crescent lunge. Exhale, float our hands down to the mat once we're here. Right hand stays on the mat as we inhale. Rotate the left hand up as we exhale. Step into that whole foot twist deep in the waist as we wring out that negativity. Stack the left shoulder over the right as we lift the chin. Then we turn to look up to the sky. You got this. Stay with me. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Bring that left hand down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. You got this. Then we inhale, swoop forward for our vinyasa. Come to upward facing dog. Boom. Downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, step to the top of the mat with our right foot. 45-degree the back foot. As we exhale, we come up to our warrior one. Now, let's take a moment, square the hips and shoulders to the top of the mat. Maybe draw the hands back a little bit and bring them a little closer together as we tap into our inner warrior, right? We spark that fire in our gut, get that energy churning in our body. Because we can do anything we set our minds to. Repeat after me. I can do anything I set my mind to. I am made for more. Take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Bring our hands behind us, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades down. Look up to the sky as we inhale, forward fold into humble warrior as we exhale. And sometimes healing does require us to be humble. Sometimes we have to admit we don't have the answers. I had to admit I had no idea what the hell I was doing with money. And I had to be willing to step out of that and into the light and ask for help. There's no shame. There's no shame in being humble. Let's hold here for 3, 2, 1. And we inhale, come to rise back to our warrior one. Release the hands, step to the top of the mat as we exhale to mountain pose. We'll be doing tree pose into a warrior 3. You can use your blocks for warrior 3 if you choose. Now, if you're where you can bring your foot to the inside of the thigh and you choose to do that, awesome. For the rest of us that aren't there yet, you can follow along with me. We come to stand in mountain pose, hands on our hips. Shift our weight to our right foot as we come onto the ball of our left. As we inhale, rotate our left knee out to the side, placing the left ankle over the right heel. Then we exhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Option to hook the thumbs and draw those biceps back. I like to think of tree pose as our tree of knowledge. And that when I'm here, my fingertips are like little antennas. And I'm drawing down important information from the universe for my journey. We can pause here just for a moment, close our eyes down, see what the universe has to say for us. Awesome. Take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Bring the palms together, lower the prayer hands at our chest. As we inhale, release the left knee. Exhale, we come forward to wide-armed warrior 3. Extend the arms out as we begin to take flight. Maybe bringing our hands down around our sides as we begin to soar with our new financial independence, stepping into our boss bitch era. Take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Bend the right knee, step back with your left foot, make it parallel to the back of the mat as we inhale. Exhale, open the arms wide, we come to a warrior 2. Take a moment, extend the arms, drop the shoulders. Feel that warrior 2 energy. Just take a moment just to get your balance, feel your strength, feel that energy rise within you. We were made to be prosperous beyond our imagination. As we inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, bend the right elbow, place it on your right knee. Exhale, lift our left hand up to the sky for extended side angle. Draw the head back slightly as we stack the left shoulder over the right, and then we turn to look up to the sky. Stay with me. Keep breathing. Keep focusing. You got this. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, we come to rise back to our reverse warrior. Exhale, rotate our hands down to low lunge. Once we're here, place our left hand on the mat as we inhale. Rotate the right hand up as we exhale, revolved high lunge. Bring the right shoulder over the left as we stack the shoulders. Press into the whole sole of your foot. Big twist in the waist, but a big opening in that whole root chakra area. Then we turn to look up to the sky. Take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Bring that right hand down to the mat. Step it back. As we inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat, parallel the back foot to the back of the mat. As we exhale, we come into our warrior 2. Extend the arms out long, drop the shoulders. Take a moment to breathe in your warrior 2. Take a moment, focus our energy in. We keep breathing, keeping our energy strong. Remember, we were made for more. We are worthy of a prosperous life. We turn to look over our left hand as we inhale. Ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, bend the left elbow, place it on our left knee, and rotate our right hand up to the sky, extended side angle. Lightly ease the head back as we stack that right shoulder over the left. And then we turn to look up to the sky. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, ease back to our peaceful warrior. Exhale, rotate our hands down to low lunge. Right hand stays on the mat, we breathe in. Rotate the left hand up, we breathe out. Step into that whole foot, twist in the waist as we stack the shoulders. You got this, use all your strength, all your might. You can do anything you put your mind to. Turn to look up to the sky. We take a deep breath in, exhale, deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring that left hand down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale. We come forward to our vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Step up with our right foot to the top of the mat. Parallel the back foot to the back of the mat. As we exhale, open to warrior 2. As we inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Straighten that front leg, turn the toes forward. Exhale, bring the left hand up to come to star pose. Take a moment, look down at your feet, make sure they're even. If they're not, take a moment and then widen the heels. As we open ourselves up into star, draw the shoulders back. Lift the eyes, shine your throat chakra forward. Ignite that root chakra below. In star pose, we tap into our gifts and graces, our strengths, our strongest characteristics, and we get to know those positive aspects of ourselves. We take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. As we inhale, bring our hands behind us, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades down. We're going to be coming into goddess pose. If this is a little bit out of your wheelhouse, you can keep your hands on your hips. Otherwise, as we inhale, we bring the hands behind us. As we exhale, turn in the heels, and then we come to a goddess squat. Yes, it's a little bit of a challenge. Draw the shoulders down. Again, we come here, we draw the shoulders back. We're lifting the veil. We're telling the truth. We're facing our fears. We're coming back to our original self, connecting with our inner goddess, and we're boldly going forward. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Come to rise, release the hands, parallel the back foot to the back of the mat, point the front toes forward. Place your left hand on your left hip, step to the top of the mat. Reach down, grab a block for half moon. As we want to place the block down about shoulder to hips width apart. As we inhale, put your faith and weight into that block as we extend that left leg. Then we exhale, lift the left hand up. We come to full half moon pose. And this is a moment when we just shine, right? All the hard work you did today, the dedication, the sweat, everything you did to get to this point, take a moment to be proud of yourself. You're rebuilding a whole foundation. Now, maybe we take it one step further. Maybe we bend that left knee. Maybe we reach back with that left hand coming in to modified sugarcane pose. We take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Hell yes, inhale. We come down to the mat gently. Option to widen the feet to come into a wide-legged yogi squat, or we bring the heels together, widen the toes, and then exhale down to a jewel squat. Beautiful job. We can bring prayer hands to chest, or keep one on the block. We bring one to our heart. And we take a moment to give ourselves some loving kindness. All those words that we'd long to hear our entire life from other people, we have to learn to give those to ourselves. Whatever it is you need to hear, I invite you to give that to yourself now. We take a deep breath in, exhale, deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring our hands to our block. We can use that to help us to stand. Set your block off to the side and we step back to downward facing dog. Well done. As we inhale, swoop forward to our vinyasa, down to our push-up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're almost there. Stay with me. Keep breathing, keep focusing. As we inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat. Parallel the back of the foot to the back. As we exhale, we come up to our warrior two. Take a moment, don't rush your journey. Step into your power, stand in your grace, feel your fire. Feel your positive energy beginning to take flight within you. We turn to look down our left hand. As we inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Straighten that front leg, turn the toes forward. Exhale, bring your left hand up to meet into star pose. Widen the heels, draw the shoulders back, lift the heart, lift the eyes. Look down, make sure your feet are aligned. Gotta adjust mine just a hair there. And we open ourselves up, standing in who we are, boldly going forward, tapping into our gifts and graces, all of our star qualities. Let's take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Bring our hands down behind us, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades down as we breathe in. Bring the heels in and we exhale down to a goddess squat. Draw the shoulders down, we connect with that sacred aspect of ourselves. We activate our divine feminine energy. And we stand in all of our greatness for who we are. Even besides all of the people, places, and things, you're still a beautiful person with a beautiful soul just waiting to shine. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. We come to rise, release our hands, parallel the back foot to the back of the mat, point the front toes forward. Place your right hand on your right hip, step to the top of the mat. Reach down, grab a block with your left hand, place it on the ground, hip to shoulders width apart. As we inhale, ease into the block, extending our right leg, get your balance. And as we exhale, release our right hand, lift it up to the sky, coming into full half moon pose. Take a moment here. Shine your energy outward. Let your happiness, your joy, and your pride and all the hard work that you've done today. You have busted ass since we got in here. You are doing amazing. I am so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished. Take a moment to be proud of yourself. And maybe we bend that right knee, ease back with that right hand. As we come into our modified sugar cane, we take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Lower ourselves down as we inhale, either into a wide-legged yogi squat or a jewel. Then we exhale, lower the backside down. We place one hand on the block, one hand on the chest, or you can come to prayer hands at your chest. We take a moment to give ourselves some loving kindness. We take a deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Awesome. Bring our hands back to our block as we come to rise. Set our block off to the side and we step back to downward facing dog. Damn straight. Good for you. As we inhale, we flow forward to our vinyasa, our last one. We rise in upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yay, you made it. We lower down to the knees. Send the hips back to child's pose. Well done, everyone. I am so proud of you. You did an amazing job. Let's take a collective feminine breath in together. And then we exhale with sound. You did such a wonderful job. Let's walk our hands back as we ease on our heels here. Talk about our peak pose. Our peak pose today is pigeon pose. And I implemented pigeon pose because it gives us an opportunity to focus on the root chakra along with the throat, right? It gives us an opportunity to even meld those two energies together to be able to get them going on the same page, right? We rebuild our strength and our stamina and our foundation here, and then we learn to speak about ourselves in an empowering and inspiring way. Let's do it. So we come back to our downward facing dog. If pigeon pose isn't in your wheelhouse, you can stay in child's pose. You can do tabletop or maybe another pose that calls to you. To begin, we inhale, we step up with our right foot, but we bring the right knee to the top of the mat. Then we exhale, extend the left leg behind us. We have an option to press into our palms to lift the eyes. We can come up on our fingertips, or if you have a little more flexibility, we can bring the blocks underneath our shoulders and then come to rise here. We just don't want to be like this. We want to be able to be in a position that you can lift yourself up, because one day we will be sitting in the middle of this pigeon pose. And we take a moment here and we connect with our root chakra, we connect with our throat chakra, maybe lifting the chin just a moment here. As we step into this brand new version of ourselves, as we come to rise, as we're rebuilding who we are from the core, learning to speak about ourselves in positive ways, crafting a whole entire lifestyle. Maybe having just a light smile come over our face as we soften our jaw, soften our brows. We feel the weight of that burden we've carried behind us for so long. And we're safe to let all of that go. As we breathe in, exhale, breathe out. Let's move our blocks over to the side for a moment. As we come down to our elbows, we come to prayer hands at the top of the mat, lower our head down. And this is what I call our sweet surrender. I invite you to maybe think about a particular situation that occurred, or maybe it was something that someone said or repeatedly said that led to the financial devastation. Maybe it was a multitude of things. Maybe it was an era in your life. Maybe it was a cataclysmic event. Maybe it was one person saying the same thing over and over again, and it became your truth. Here, we break free of generational curses. We break free from other people's thoughts and things. And I invite you to connect with that happening and that truth that occurred. I invite you to forgive that person or that incident, to forgive yourself, and to go forward with a clean slate. We're starting over. And let's take a moment to do that together. We come back to the here and now. We breathe in and breathe out. Open up our eyes. We come to rise back on our hands. As we inhale, turn the left toes down, straighten that left leg. As we exhale, come back to downward dog. Maybe just pedal your feet for a moment. Open up that leg. Then we inhale, step up with our left foot behind us and bring the left knee forward. Exhale, let the right leg go long. Option to come up on our hands, fingertips or blocks, and you may notice that you have more flexibility on one side of the body than other. I invite you to work within your wheelhouse. As we come to rise in our pigeon pose, we lift the chin, we open up the throat, we open up that root chakra. We focus on our elegance and excellence as we move forward in our journey. As we went from financial devastation into absolute financial freedom. We are independent, we're strong, we're wise. We are more than worthy of a happy, successful, and prosperous life. Allow yourself to feel what that would be like. And let's breathe in that positivity. Exhale any negativity. Let's set our blocks off to the side as we come down to our elbows. Come to prayer, hands at our chest as we lower the head down. And here, I invite you to make a sacred pact with yourself. That after all the hard work you've done today, that you make a sacred agreement with your soul that you'll do whatever you possibly can to turn this situation around. If you've made it this far into my class, then you are on the road to financial recovery. You are on the road to wanting to learn more, be, do, and have more. It's because you were made for more and you can feel it. I invite you to make a vow that you will stay on this path and not allow yourself to backslide into whatever brings you to that place. And I'll give us a moment to do that. All right, let's breathe that in. Exhale, we breathe out. Awesome. Come to rise back to our palms. As we inhale, turn the right toes down, extend that right leg. Exhale, we lift up to downward facing dog. Awesome job, everyone. Lower down to our knees, send the hips back to child's pose. Beautiful, all elegance, all grace. Let's just pause here for a moment, reset the spine. Then we come to rise for our cool down and seated staff pose. We come to sit on our backside. We can stack our blocks out of the way. Give everyone a moment as we extend our legs out in front of us. We're all sweaty. Been working hard today. Like I said, this is our battleground. This is where we work it out. The strength and skill we learned here, we take that out into the real world. And we come to a tall seat with our legs extended in front of us. We can keep a bend in our knee, but send our toes up to the sky. As we can put our fingers around our hips, draw the shoulders down. As we inhale, lift our hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold from the hips. Draw the shoulders back. Allow the upper body to fall down over your legs. To take a moment here to breathe, taking the weight off. Taking a moment to relax. Can you imagine being able to relax? Once we get our financial things in order, that's one of the things that I experience as being at ease, being at peace. As we inhale, release our hands, we lift them back up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Draw the shoulders back, soften the spine, elongate the neck. Allow yourself to breathe. We stay breathing, keep focusing in. Keeping that constant awareness. Let's take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Come to rise. We bend the right knee, bring our heel as close as we can to the midline of the body, and then we rotate the right hand behind us. As we inhale, take the left hand, wrap our left arm around our right leg, hold it close to our body. Lift the chin as we straighten the spine from the root to the crown, and as we exhale, we turn to look over our shoulder. I'm getting tongue-tied. I kicked my own butt today. We can keep a micro bend in the knee, but send our toes up high. As we begin to twist out any negativity or trauma that may have bubbled up in our session today, we want to wring that out of our system. Maybe release our right hand out behind us, let our eyes follow. Take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back to center, straighten our right leg, give them both a shake. Then we bend the left knee, bring the left heel to the midline of the body, and we rotate the left hand behind us. As we inhale, take the right hand, wrap it around the left leg, hold it close to our body. We straighten the spine from the root to the crown. As we exhale, turn to look over our shoulder. Maybe releasing our left hand behind us, let our eyes follow our fingertips. Take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Bring ourselves back to center for our bound angle pose. Bring the soles of our feet together. And then bring the heels as close as you can to the midline of the body. You might have to adjust your backside. I have a bony butt, so it's hard for me to sit. And our focus will be, when we press our feet together, we want to focus on the outer edges of our feet, so it'll help to open up our hips. As we inhale, interlace the fingers, wrap them around the toes, draw the shoulders down as we lift the eyes, lift the chin. And as we exhale, press the outer edges of the feet together and allow the knees to fall down towards the mat. We continue to soften our face, soften our shoulders, soften our mind, body, and spirit. Just allow ourselves to soften, not have that hard, rigid, always agitated, always carrying that weight. Allow yourself to feel graceful, energetic, high-spirited. We take a full breath in, exhale, full breath out. Awesome. Release our hands, bring our knees together. Maybe bring the heels just a little closer to our body as we give ourselves a great big hug. Wrap our arms around our legs and give ourselves a big squeeze, almost as if I'm giving you this hug. I am so proud of you. You worked so hard today. And I know that if you were called to this class today, Spirit is calling you to something greater. You were made for more. You are worthy of living a prosperous life. You are worthy of becoming the highest version of yourself and making all of your dreams come true. You are worthy of living a luxury lifestyle. You're worthy of having nice things. And you are worthy of being at peace and at ease. You deserve all the amazing things in this life. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud. All right, let's release and move forward. If you are doing a reclined Savasana today, you want to edge down as close as you can to the mat. And then we lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. You can put a bolster underneath your knees, maybe a blanket underneath your head. If you're coming to seated Savasana, then we come to sit in Sukhasana at the side of the mat. We wait for everyone to get themselves situated. And Savasana really is the most integral part of our practice. This is what allows us to assimilate all of the hard work that we've done, right? We've been working, we've been sweating, we've been moving, we've been going through it, and our instincts tell us we have to hurry on and get on to the next thing. But the yogis taught us that the body needs to rest. It needs time to absorb all the hard work that you did and to prepare yourself for the next step of your journey. All right, so if you're reclined, you can open up your palms to the universe, widen your feet, sink down deep into your mat. If you're seated with me, we come to a tall seat, realign our spine, we open up our palms to the universe, we close our eyes down. And as we sit here together today in Savasana, I invite you to think of one powerful step that you can take after class today that's going to move you forward into financial freedom. What is one dynamic step that you personally can take to help you become the woman you were created to be and manifest the luxury lifestyle that you've always imagined? And as we sit here together in our Savasana, I invite you to contemplate what that first step will be. And it's time to come back now from our session. We come back to the here and now. Of course, if you'd like to stay longer, you are more than welcome to. For the rest of us, we want to bring back with us everything that we learned today. Any bit of inspiration or information, anything that inspires you, we want to bring that safely back with us. We bring our hands to prayer, hands at our chest as we breathe in to seal the deal. Exhale, we breathe out. Then we take a moment to bow to each other and say namaste, that the yogi in me honors and recognizes the yogi in you. So mote it be. Then we come to rise, open our eyes, and that is the end of our class today. I want to take a moment and just give you a round of applause. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you for joining the class with me, staying through all of the flows, coming through all the way to the end. Like I said, I know firsthand what you're going through, and having the courage to face it, to step into this class, and to begin to open up the mind, body, and spirit as to how we're going to deal with this, that's going to take away half the pain and the suffering that you've been feeling. All right. I also have, like I said, a tarot video up in the channel if you're looking for additional insight and guidance on the topic. I also have many other different kinds of yoga videos. I invite you to go ahead and take a tour. And if anything calls to you, then I invite you to participate. I also have additional readings and a couple of my podcast episodes. I've been working on building that aspect. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. I truly appreciate your time. Brightest blessings, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all next time in the next video. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.